can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need. Isn't that true in life? Yep. 2 Peter 1:3 says, His divine power has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness, through the knowledge of Him who called us to His own glory and excellence, by which He has granted to us His precious and very great promises, so that through them you may become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped from the corruption that is in the world because of sinful desires. Wow. So we have everything we need. Everything we need. Peter wants to anchor everything to Jesus Christ, who uniquely has divine power. And with that divine power, He has given us everything that you've ever needed to live this life, to do this thing called Christianity. You've got everything you need. Now you might think, I do not. I don't have everything I need. I need that. I need this. I need, well, I've got it. But you don't always get what you want. He's saying you get what you need. Christ has given everything that we need to do this thing. Think of it. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lord of Glory, the Mighty One, the King of the universe, beyond infinity. Even in His wisdom, in His greatness, in His glory, He has decided to give us Him, to give us a piece of Him, to make us partakers of the divine nature. He's given us His Holy Spirit. We might not even totally understand. I don't totally understand all that it means to be partakers of the divine nature, but we know He's given us His Holy Spirit. It means that we have Him dwelling right inside of us, the same Holy Spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the dead, which was an impossibility, but He did it, and He lives inside us. As you are called a Christian, as you give your life to Christ, He plants His Spirit inside us, makes our spirit come alive, unites with us, and makes us partakers of this divine nature. Oof. And do you remember Jesus at the Feast of Tabernacles? I think it's in John chapter 7, might be 8, but I think it's chapter 7, where He is at the last and greatest day of the feast, and He stands up, and this whole feast has to do with water being poured out everywhere. There's liquid being poured out everywhere, and here's Jesus stands up and in the last and greatest day, and He yells out, "Is anyone thirsty? Is anyone thirsty?" Some of the people must have been like, "What is He talking about? There's liquid water. There's water everywhere. There's wine. Is anyone thirsty?" He says, "If anyone's thirsty, let him come to me and drink, and out of him will flow rivers of living water." And then John, who writing this, he put in brackets, and by this he meant the Holy Spirit, which was yet to be poured out. Whoa. We have the Holy Spirit of God dwelling in our innermost being. He's there. What we need to do is learn how to listen. What we need to do is learn how to tap in, to get into that place of the Spirit, to get into that place of peace and quietness, even in the midst of a busy day, and pull in there and listen to Him. What's blocking the flow of that river of living water? Do we have little log jams, little pieces of wood blocking the flow of the Holy Spirit in our lives? What would be written on those little pieces of logs if they were the things that were blocking the Holy Spirit from flowing in your life? The whole dam might be called sin, but what's the blockage? What is it made up of? Perhaps little log jam, little logs of bitterness, and maybe another one might say anger, another one might say resentment, another one might say unforgiveness. And it's really up to us to discover what those blockages are. And by the help of the same Holy Spirit, who's called the Wonderful Counselor, you can pull out with his help, you pull out these log jams. You break the dam of the flow of the river of life flowing from you. You have everything you need that pertains to a life of godliness. Everything you need to live for him in these days. He himself has given you him. So let the river flow. It's all you need.